first match on the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view preview is going to be the Kalisto and Apollo Crews teaming up against Dolph Ziggler. We've really seen a change in Dolph Ziggler over the last 2 months, taking on a new heel persona. He basically is playing almost the same guy. I mean, Dolph Ziggler, even though he was a babyface, always really did the sort of dick persona, trying to go out and steal the show, saying that he was better than everybody else. But at least now he's bitching about the fact that he's not really getting the chance that a lot of people thought that he's really deserved over the past 2 years. We've talked about, the big matches that he's been involved in and how many times we really thought that his career was, taking a step up to the next level, whether if that was him at the Survivor Series, pinning Seth Rollins, or other times like that. Dolph really isn't, blowing it out at the gate with his new persona. When I did an Elimination Chamber video about a week ago, when they named who the competitors in the Elimination Chamber match was going to be, I made a mistake in that video, and no one's even called me out on it. I was going over the list of people that were involved in the match, and I skipped over Ambrose, and I said Ziggler, and I talked about the reasons why he's in the match and why it makes sense. And I didn't think that he was going to win it, but I gave reasons why people would think he would win, and no one called me out on it. That is the funny thing about it. Ziggler being involved in this match is sort of a way of Daniel Bryan trying to get some justice on SmackDown. I saw Dolph Ziggler bitching about the match on Twitter, basically saying that Bryan is being a heel GM, and it doesn't really make sense why they would put one of their best competitors involved in a 2-on-1 match. Apollo Crews and Kalisto are two guys that aren't really, blowing it out of the gate. To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense why a guy like Kalisto is not involved in the cruiserweight matches that are, happening on 205 Live as well as Monday Night Raw. They had put Sin Cara in the division, and I haven't seen him on either show. Honestly, I don't know what is going on with Sin Cara, if he got injured or if they're finally, setting him off to pasture. It's just basically saying that it's not going to work out for him with all of the problems that he has had backstage, and the fight with Jericho, even though he got to wrestle for a little while after that, might have been one of the last final straws. But Kalisto could easily go in there, but maybe they're trying not to put all of the Island of Misfit Toys of wrestlers. They don't really have anything going on for them at this point. They put Neville in there, and Neville's really blowing it away. But I think maybe if they put another person that was already on the roster, like Kalisto, who's a former United States heavyweight champion, maybe people would sort of see 205 Live as sort of a breeding ground of just guys, just creative has nothing for you, so we're going to put you here because we want to keep everybody happy and not fire anybody, sort of deal. Or maybe they're just waiting for the right moment, for Neville's push in the division to be done, and then he can go, back to Monday Night Raw. They could put Kalisto in the division, and it gives the Cruiserweight division a real big kick in the pants and get going from there. Apollo Crews is a guy that in NXT, as well as, before his time there in the Indies, wrestling as Yuha Nation, I thought this guy had a whole lot of talent, and we really haven't seen it. Most recently, he had a Intercontinental Championship match against the Miz, where he was not able to capture the championship. But by now, he debuted on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. I thought that he would have had the United States Championship, or maybe even the Intercontinental Championship by now, and he's had some matches. Definitely when the brand split went down, he was a guy that looked like he was going to be heavily featured. And he's almost sort of like Kalisto is, where he'll pop up and have a match on SmackDown, but the matches never really seem to mean anything. When it comes down to it, two baby faces that are borderline stars going up against a mid-card heel. You would think that Ziggler is going to lose this match, but because they stacked the deck against the guy so hard, I'm guessing that he's going to win the match. But there's a part of me to get some heat on the guy, as much as he already has from super kicking the King and breaking up some matches. I'm guessing that they're probably going to want to try and build more heat on that, and I wouldn't be surprised if this match ends in a disqualification of Ziggler just getting another chair and beating both of these guys with chairs and just saying, fuck it, you know, I really wasn't going anywhere with this match. I want something more important. So maybe if I just start leaving bodies laying around the ring, maybe they'll put me in more high-profile matches and just try and make me happy so I don't take out their whole mid-card. So in this match, I'm picking a disqualification on Dolph Ziggler. So I guess I'm picking Kalisto and Apollo Crews to get the win, but we'll see at the Chamber.